Hey guys, and here we are back with another video, and today with the Elephone A6 Mini, which has a few factors that makes this device really interesting. And it's not only the price, it has a really great price. It is around $100, 100 euros. I will leave a link down below so that you guys can check it out. And taking one thing right out of the way is the hardware that it has. I will show you guys a few images right over there, but the main point is that it has a MediaTek 6761, which is an entry-level SoC, 4 gigabytes of RAM, which is more than enough for most tasks, a display with 5.71 inches, which is really nice for those that have small hands like myself. In terms of resolution, 720 by 1360 with a 3180 milliamp battery and Android 9. Also, in terms of numbers and benchmarks, I'll show you guys a few images right over there so that you guys have an idea comparing with other machines. Now, moving to a little bit more important stuff regarding the design itself. First of all, the footprint is actually small for the type of phone that it is. I really enjoyed the drop water notch at the front. I'm not a hater of the notch in general, but I really enjoy if it's smaller or if it's non-existent. But in this case, it really gives a nice style to this phone, which overall it's really nice. And actually it looks a lot more expensive. Well, not a lot, but it looks more expensive than what it actually is. And that is a great feature because we pay something and it looks like it's a little bit more expensive. This is really nice. It's a matte plastic at the back, but have in mind that you will have fingerprints all over it. Not as much as a glossy, but you will have. In terms of the display, as I said, nice colors. It's an LCD display with 5.71 inches. The bezels are not that huge, but I would love to see a little bit smaller. But having in mind the price, I cannot complain that much. In terms of the fingerprint sensor, this is not the first device that I use with a fingerprint sensor on the side, and personally I actually like it. Not only on phones but also on tablets. It's really elegant, and I prefer than having at the back right over here. In terms of if it works or not, it works quite well, and I'll show you guys a few images. What I can say is that it's not the fastest in the world, as you can see, but it's pretty accurate. It's difficult to see him failing to recognize, and I'm almost sure that when it doesn't recognize, it's just because I placed my finger wrongly. Also, in terms of unlocking the screen, we have face recognition right over here, and the test that I made, it also works quite well, and you guys can see by some images there was only once or twice that, and I'm not really sure if I recorded or not, that it failed to recognize the face. But once again, probably I was doing a weird face, so it didn't recognize me. In terms of the overall looks, on the left hand side we have the SIM tray so that we can place two SIMs or one SIM and one micro SD. At the top we have a 3.5mm jack. By the way, if you are looking for a phone to hear music, which is something I would suggest the headphones, because the sound or the volume is good, but it lacks a little bit of bass, which is normal in this kind of phone. On the right hand side we will find the volume rocker up and down, and then the power button, and of course the fingerprint sensor. And then at the bottom right over here, a micro USB for charging and the speakers. So in terms of the overall look and overall build quality, in my opinion, it has a really nice and elegant design, especially when we consider the price that it costs. Now, moving to the photo and video, I've got things that impressed me and then things that didn't impress me so much. Let's start with the menu. It's really simple, and for those that want a machine with a simple menu to take pictures and videos, this one is one of them. As you can see, it only has 4 options: the picture, video, face beauty and blur. Now, I must say that 2 of them is almost a forget. Now, starting with the face beauty, I will show you 2 pictures, one using face beauty and one not using the face beauty. And as you can see, there is a slight difference right over there, using the face beauty on the maximum. At my face you'll see a wrinkle or 2 almost disappearing. Now, moving to the blur, this one was the one that I couldn't do anything. I did try a lot of stuff, I did try to focus here and there, but the blur just didn't work the way that I'm used to work with other phones. Now, this doesn't mean that we can't take photos with blur, because using the normal picture, I was able to take a picture of one of my cameras that I had, and as you can see, the background is blurred. But this is something that we can do with any phone, any camera. Just focus really close to the lens, and then the background will be totally out of focus. So I will have to say that in this particular case, the blur is just a gimmick because it really doesn't work. Nonetheless, if we look at the front face camera, this one did surprise me because it has a really nice quality. Even in lower light situations, did work great. And when we have good lighting conditions, then it is really nice, and it did impress me. Not only the picture quality, but also the video quality, which was really, and it is really nice to see. And I'll show you guys a few seconds right over there in terms of video, but at the end I will leave a little bit more of video so that you guys can take a look and see for yourself. But this was the highest point on the phone, besides the design, the price and so on. In terms of the front face camera, it has a really nice quality for selfies. So for those that are looking for a nice machine, low budget and capable of doing selfies and also front face camera video, then it's not bad at all. When we move to the back camera, in terms of picture, I cannot complain. I was expecting a little bit more after seeing the quality of the front face camera, but not bad at all. When we move to videos, then this is my only complaint, and the complaint goes: if I record the video to display on a screen, which is what you are seeing right now, then I would suggest a more expensive phone to have a better video quality. Nonetheless, if you are looking for a budget phone, and if you are going to record with your phone and consume on your phone, then the quality will be more than fine, because we will be able to see on a smaller screen a better resolution, a better quality. We will not see as much grainy, as much softness as you guys can see on the screen right over there. So this is a balance that we have to take in attention. Most users will see the videos on the phone itself, so no worries. But for those that will have to or want to use them on the TV, then just have that in mind, because the video is, in my opinion, probably the weakest point of the phone on the back camera, because on the front camera it's really nice. In terms of performance, guys, it will work for the day-to-day usage without any issues at all. If you ask me, hey Robert, what about games? I want to give this to my kids. I would say that for Asphalt 8 and Asphalt Extreme it will work just fine. If we step up to Asphalt 9, which is a little bit more heavy, then it will start to see a few drop frames. And if we go to games like Lineage 2, then we will see even more dropped frames. Nonetheless, on the next video I will record just so that you guys can see the software working, opening and closing apps, so that you can see if it's fast enough for what you are looking for, and doing a lot more stuff, so that for those that are really interested in this machine can make a better decision. And lastly, in terms of battery, I can squeeze roughly 1.5 days. If I'm too aggressive, then 1 day, and then at the evening I will have to charge it like most of the phones. But that is it. In terms of the phone itself, it's really interesting, having in mind the price and then the pros that we have in this particular case, especially the front face camera for selfies and for the video quality was really nice. And of course, having a really nice design, a nice footprint, and with a nice screen as well. Guys, hopefully this video was helpful in some way, and if it was, don't forget that usual thumbs up. My name is Roberto Jorge, and as always, I'll see you guys on the next one. Regarding the shakiness, let's see how it is. I'm not using anything, just the phone in my hand. Sound quality, I'm not expecting miracles. Not expecting miracles on image as well. In terms of light, I was testing out on that stairs over there, and if we go against the light, I don't know, you guys tell me, but could do a little bit better, I believe, if we focused on my face and light my face and darken a little bit. Not sure, don't know, you guys let me know. But not bad, not bad. I will just be able to tell full result when I'm back at the office. But the only thing that I see is that probably colors are a bit too contrasty, at least on the screen. And then now it's doing a little bit better of a job, probably because I'm not on the shade anymore. But you know, you guys judge it.